Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're back with another review. Today we're looking at the Dungeons & Dragons Temple of Elemental Evil board game. This is a D&D system, D&D adventure system cooperative game for 1 to 5 players actually. So we're just going to do a quick unboxing and just show you the contents of what you get in the set. We're not actually going to dive into the details of gameplay or anything like that. Today we're just unboxing the thing and taking a look at what's inside. So you got some nice cool artwork on the front, similar to the rest of the D&D RPG system, Temple of Elemental Evil expansion. So obviously the box art is going to look just like it. So on the side we got just regular box stuff, but on the back we got some cool stuff to kind of show us what and all's in the set. Got a lot of cool pieces in this thing. So yeah, this thing's geared for about an hour's worth of play or something to that effect. Again, it will vary depending on lots of different factors, but let's go ahead and take the shrink wrap off of this thing and just see what's inside this big old box here. These D&D adventure sets are very nice. They're usually pretty fun for a couple of people that don't really want to go to the hassle of the full RPG stuff. So let's see how easily this box will come out. They can sometimes be a bear. They kind of get locked, airlocked, or whatever you want to call it. There we go. Fairly easy. So we have the instruction manual, rule book. Don't forget this bag is not a toy. We've got a cool reference sheet here for the figures themselves. This is pretty awesome actually. I didn't expect this to come with it, but that's very nice. Inside we have the tokens. One good thing I will say about these is they were nice enough to put some shrink wrap on them so we don't have loose pieces everywhere. Let's go ahead and look at these things though. Take the shrink wrap off. Taking the shrink wrap off. Getting it stuck on my fingers. This is always the best part, right? Just taking everything out of the box and unwrapping everything. It's like Christmas. So the first one is this cool black dragon thing. Some regular tokens, some starting tiles. Flip it over on the back. We've got some more variable tile sets. The second one, again, pretty nice here. Reversible tiles as well. And the third one, more tiles and tokens. Very cool looking. Cardboard insert. And now we get into the coolness factor stuff here. So this is where all of the miniatures are and the cards and everything else. So I don't know where to begin in these things because I want to see all of these things. I don't know. Let's just see what we got here. So we got a cool black dragon here, obviously. These are unpainted miniatures. And we'll probably just open these things up and do a close-up look at them here in a second. So I think we're just going to set these to the side in the bags. We've got another set of, looks like just player characters and such. These are nice. Got another set of some monsters that also look very awesome. Another bag of minor character monsters. We got a set of blue. Looks like these are more player characters. We got a set of slightly bigger monsters. And the last pack is the really big monsters. These are cool looking. Again, we will look at those a little more closely here in a second. We got 2 stacks of cards here. And we'll look at those individually as well, but 2 stacks of cards here. And then the plastic insert. Whoops, something else fell. I missed that one, but we have a nice die here. That's all that's in the tray. On the back side, we have some more of these cool tokens and inserts, and ooh, we got a whole big stack of them actually. So let's go ahead and look at them. Let's unbox these and add them to our other set. Alrighty, so we've got this stack with some tokens and some tiles. Flipping it over, some reversible dungeon tiles. Another set of tokens and tiles. Reversible for more dungeon tiles. I think these are pretty much going to be all similar. Dungeon tiles that interlock together after you poke them out. Another dungeon tile. The good thing about all these things is that you know, even if you're not playing the actual board game itself, you can use these regular tiles with normal D&D encounters. Kind of spice things up a little bit. Instead of going out and buying more tiles yourself, you can just kind of reuse these, which is a really awesome feature, which adds value to the actual set itself because you have all this cool stuff happening. Looks like we got some character cards here, or monster cards and stuff. More of the same here. That's pretty awesome. So that's all of our tiles and character cards and everything else. So we're going to go ahead and shift over here and zoom in and take a look at these individual bagged figure things and go from there. So stick with us. We'll look at the actual card decks here first. Deck 1 here has treasure cards, monster cards, encounter cards, adventure cards, treasure cards, etc., etc., etc. So we'll flip them over and take a look and see what we've got here. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time. You can kind of read on the screen here. These are kind of cool looking. They're a little bit basic, not a whole lot of artwork or anything on there. But I guess we don't really need a whole lot of artwork. Though I guess I kind of like it when it has a little bit more. But these are still cool. So that's cool. Some nice stuff in there. Let's take a look at the second deck. Monster cards, encounter cards, ooh, wizard cards, rogue cards, ranger cards, fighter cards, cleric cards, and sequence of play, etc., etc., etc. So these are pretty nice. Take a look at the actual content, some of them. We're, again, not going to spend a whole lot of time going over each one of them. Just a quick browsing through the cards. Some interesting stuff happening, though. So yeah, pretty much pretty basic stuff, but nice card decks anyways. We'll move on and take a look at the miniatures. So I think I'm going to go from smallest to largest as far as these bags go. So we'll start with this particular one here. This is theoretically all of the player characters. You can see they're pretty much regular sized miniatures here. Should be in the same scale as all the rest of the D&D sets. And hopefully we can get the zoom and focus to work right here. May need to see about getting a little bit more light in here, but here's the first one. Got some pretty nice detail going on. On the bottom of these, you've got some writing. It tells you what they are. If I can turn it the right way. This one is the Lightfoot Halfling Rogue. Fairly traditional character. Again, all these are unpainted, but they still have the same level of detail as all the other stuff here. This is a Sun Elf Wizard. And here we have a Gold Dwarf Cleric. Human Ranger. And this one is a Northlands Fighter. So there are your player characters. Again, all pretty nice. As far as comparison goes, I'll pull the Halfling from the latest Epic level starter set. So scale-wise is the same scale, which is obviously a good thing. Again, these are all going to be unpainted, so you can go out and paint them yourself. That's what a lot of people do, so feel free to do that if you want. But these are pretty cool, so yeah, we'll move on to the next box. We've got our next set of characters here. There's a whole bunch of these, and these are, I guess, just regular minion kind of characters. Let's see how many we actually have. A whole bunch of them. And these are great ways to get extra miniatures for your regular D&D campaigns. Again, they do come unpainted, but that gives you an opportunity to paint them however you want them painted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of these people. And hopefully we got a little bit better light here on this one so we can kind of see what's going on. Some really nice detail work here. This one is a Water Cult Warrior. Again, just flip it over to the back and you've got the nice text and everything, so you don't have to memorize what these guys are. Got another of the Water Cult guys. How many of these do we have? We got 2 of those, it looks like. And we got this guy here. This is a Air Cult Warrior. And looks like we got 2 of them. So I have a sneaking suspicion we'll have probably 2 of most of these people. And actually there's 3 of that one. And 3 of this one. So there are probably 3 of each class here. There we go. We're all sorted out. So let's look at this guy here. Again, nice detail work on this one. This is a Hobgoblin Fighter. Got 3 of those. This is a Fire Cult Warrior. And the last out of this set Earth Cult Warrior. So yeah, these are really all nice figures here. Not exactly an army, but it gives you a pretty good representation anyway, so. Let's see what we got here. Some interesting ones. Got some flying ones in here. Looks like we got 3 of each of these as well. Start with this guy here. And get my camera to quit wobbling and focus. Nice detail work on these guys. This is a Doppelganger. We have these cool lizard men. Troglodytes. And these weird bat-looking things. Not a whole lot to look at here, but some interesting details. These are fire bats. Nice flight stands they have there. So yeah, there's that set. Pretty cool. Our next set here, we start getting into the slightly larger characters. These are more the medium-sized. And it looks like we've got 3 of each of these classes. So as far as the medium class goes, just for comparison, we've got a regular barbarian guy here, and these other guys are about twice as big. Pretty close to it anyways. So let's look at these guys up close. These start getting some really cool details in them. Some very nice designs on these guys. This is the Gnoll Warrior. with a G. And these guys are pretty cool too. Of course, I say that about most of these things, don't I? So you can ignore me. This is the Bugbear. Alright, cool. So yeah, so there we got 3 of each of those. The Bugbear and the Gnoll Warrior. We got a blue set to look at now, so nice change of pace. Again, these are the medium-sized ones. We got 3 unique ones here. So we'll start with this guy. And this is a Earth Elemental. We got a merman looking guy here. Salaharder. I can't pronounce it, but that's that guy. And we got this cool translucent one here. Which is a water elemental. So essentially just a big wave thing. So that works pretty well. These are all pretty nice. So again, these are the still medium-sized ones. So for size comparison, the water elemental and the barbarian looking guy. So yeah, pretty nice. Our next set is starting to get us into the large class. So yeah, these things are definitely much bigger. Again, for size comparison, the barbarian dude. Definitely see that he's going to be up against some challenges there, fighting these guys here. So up first we got this cool rock-looking guy. Actually, it's a fire elemental, so that's why you don't listen to me. Yeah, I would think this one would be air elemental. I was going to say water elemental, but I am wrong. Still nice. And then a big old eating monster guy. Very nice. These are really cool looking. And our final figure is probably the one you have all been waiting for. This is our dragon. Let's get him out here and take a look at him. So he comes with a stand that you got to put together. That's for the flight aspect, and it's a Velethydris Black Dragon. So these stands work pretty easily. You just there's a circle at the bottom of one of this peg, and you just line it up and kind of turn it until it finds the right groove and just snaps into place. Then the dragon itself here, very awesome looking. Very nice detail here. Cool leathery wings. As far as the size comparison goes, here is the dragon up against our regular guy. These are still large, so they're not the full-size dragons or anything, but still it's pretty cool to see them up against them. So if they were sitting side by side, it would be something like this. So it does tower over them quite a bit in comparison that way. But yeah, that's the dragon. That's an awesome looking dragon. Probably aren't going to get too many details up here. I'm losing the light here, so sorry about that, but it is a really awesome dragon. Very nice. All the scales and everything. Very cool. Really wicked looking. So yeah, there you go. Here's your dragon. The big bad monster guy for this one. So there you go. That's everything that's included in the set. It's an awesome set. I've always really liked these D&D board games. They come with just a ton of accessories and pieces and playthings. So yeah, amazing set. Really the only downside that I see is the fact that the actual minis themselves are just regular plastic. They're unpainted. You do have to paint them yourself if you want them to be other than the base color. I know in some of the more recent releases of the D&D board games, they've actually started having a premium edition, which come with pre-painted figures, and I probably would say that's definitely the way to go. Excuse me. But regardless, it's an awesome set. You get a ton of things, so it's a real good value. You really won't go wrong with these things unless you just absolutely hate playing these board games. So yes, I mean, the value add for just the figures themselves is plenty well worth the actual purchase price of these things. So yeah, go out and get these things and enjoy them. That's all the time we have for today, so thanks for watching. Drop some comments down below. Let us know what you think about the Temple of Elemental Evil board game. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Like us, share us, and keep coming back. So until next time, game on.